Hello everyone, myself Tarun Verma. Hope you have studied the topics covered in the previous video, the first part of the polynomial. Now I am here with the second part of the same chapter, polynomial. Here our content is we have to cover relation between zeros and coefficient of polynomials, and the second division algorithm for polynomials. Now under the first topic, relation between zeros and coefficient of polynomial. Polynomials can be linear with degree 1, quadratic degree 2, and cubic with degree 3, and so on depending on the highest power of variable. Keep in mind the number of zeros of polynomial is equal to the degree of the polynomial. Always keep this line in mind. And there is a well-defined mathematical relationship between zeros and coefficient, as our heading is. Mathematically, we can say if px is a polynomial in x and if k is any real number, then value obtained by replacing x, and if k is any real number, then the value obtained by replacing x by k is called the value of px. Means k is the value of our polynomial where x is equal to k, and then we write pk is equal to 0 as here, where the real number k is said to be zeros of the polynomial of px if pk is equal to 0. Recall that if we have a polynomial like x square minus 4 and equating it with 0, we have x is equal to plus minus 2 as the solution. Plus 2 and minus 2 is zeros of the polynomial, the real zeros. Now, let us understand the difference between zeros and roots in a polynomial equation. A zero is the value for which a polynomial is equal to 0. Means, on putting the value of zeros in the polynomial, we always get zeros. It satisfies the equation with giving the result 0. A root is a value for which a polynomial equation is true. Root is the value for which the polynomial is true. Example, the polynomial x minus 5 has only one zero, that is x is equal to 5, and the polynomial equation x minus 5 is equal to 0 has one root, that is x is equal to 5. The number of zeros of polynomial is equal to the degree of polynomial. Means number of zeros depend on the degree of polynomial, and there is a defined relationship between the zeros and coefficients. Quadratic polynomial. General form of quadratic polynomial or standard form of quadratic polynomial is, as we know, ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. There are two zeros, say alpha and beta. Then here we can define the relation between zeros and coefficients. Alpha beta are zeros of polynomial, hence sum of roots alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a is equal to minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. In the same manner, product of roots, this is roots not roots, is equal to alpha into beta is equal to c by a is equal to coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. If alpha, beta, gamma are the zeros of cubic polynomial, if we think about the cubic polynomial, then there will be three zeros, alpha, beta, gamma. Suppose the standard equation ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. This is the standard cubic equation, as here ax square plus bx plus c is standard equation of quadratic polynomial. Then alpha plus beta plus gamma is minus b by a. Alpha beta beta gamma plus gamma alpha product of roots is equal to c by a. Alpha beta gamma is equals to minus d by a, where d is constant term. Now, to understand better, let us consider a quadratic polynomial 2x square minus 16x plus 30. Now, on factorizing it by middle term factorization, we get 2x minus 6 and x minus 3. Taking common 2, or we can say on more factorizing, we get 2x minus 3x minus 5. The zeros of px are 3 and 5. When we equate our polynomial with zeros, we get 3 and 5. Hence, we have sum of zeros 3 plus 5 is equals to 8. Now, comparing it with the formula minus b by a, as we have a is equals to 2, b is equals to minus 16, c is equals to 30. Hence, we get minus b by a means minus 16 by 2. You can say here minus 16 by 2, as the value of b was minus 16 and value of a was 2. Now it gives the same value 8. Hence, there is a perfect relationship between sum of zeros and coefficients. Now, comparing for the product of zeros, then we have 3 into 5. Because 3, 5 are our zeros, 3 into 5 is equal to 15. Now comparing it with the formula c by a, we get c 30 and a 2. Hence we get 15. Hence it verifies that here is a specific relationship between zeros and polynomial. So if ax square plus bx plus c is a standard quadratic polynomial and alpha beta are two zeros of polynomial, then alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a, alpha beta is equals to c by a. Now, division algorithm for polynomial. If px and gx are two polynomials where gx is not equal to 0, then we can find polynomials qx and rx such that px is equal to qx into gx plus rx. Here on the screen, px is equal to gx into qx plus rx. This is the division algorithm for polynomial. This is nothing but dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Now, steps to divide polynomial. Arrange terms for dividend and divisor in decreasing order of their degrees. Use Euclid formula to divide 2x square plus 3x plus 1 by x plus 2. Example. Now, let us see the example and verify division algorithm for the given example. Here, we have x plus 2 as our divisor and 2x square plus 3x plus 1 as dividend. Now we have 2x, multiplying x with 2x we get 2x square. Now on multiplying plus 2 with 2x we get 4x. Changing the signs, we have 2x square is cancelled by 2x square. Now we have minus x plus 1. Now here multiplying x plus 2 with minus 1, we get minus x minus 2. Changing the sign, we can say it is cancelled and there is remainder 3. Now let us verify it. To verify it, multiply divisor and quotient and then add remainder. Then multiply x plus 2 with 2x minus 1 and then add remainder. After multiplying, you will get the result as 2x square plus 3x plus 1, which is the dividend. That verifies our algorithm. Hence, you can verify any question. Thank you.